We'll talk some boxing because Tim Tszyu and Jack Brubaker have come face to face for the final time ahead of their showdown in Sydney tomorrow night. Well, Anthony Joshua will look to put the record straight against Andy Ruiz in their heavyweight battle on Sunday. And joining us now in studio, boxing commentator Paul Upham. Paul, good to see you as always. Tszyu and Brubaker, they've just weighed in. Any signs of nerves from either fighter? What do you read into it?
Oh, look, it was exactly what I expected. You saw the calm, professional, scientific demure of Tim Tszyu, like his father, and Jack Brubaker just seemed so happy to be here. We saw him in the Fox Sports News studio. He was sitting in this chair this week, and he was so excited. He was jumping out of his skin. He just knows the opportunity he's got. And I've always say in boxing, the hardest thing is to get the fights, not to win the fights, to get them, because he knows beating Tim Tszyu will take his name around the world and give him fantastic opportunities. Jack's a little bit bigger, a little bit taller there, and Tim Tszyu, he seemed a little bit weight drained there at super welterweight, but ultimately I think they'll both be in fantastic condition, and you can see Jack looks so confident, and he's going to bring it on Friday night on main event.
Yeah, it looks pumped there already. Pretty good stare-off from the two of them as well. What have you made of the build-up so far, not only this week, but just leading into this fight?
It was expected. They're very professional, Team Tszyu. They're stepping up. Every time he moves to a bigger fight, it's just a little bit higher up. I thought his fight against the sadly departed Dwight Ritchie was the best I've seen him. Jack Brubaker, I see in my eyes as a step up again. He's got a lot of experience. And I think the addition of Jeff Fennick to Brubaker's corner will round off some of those rough edges and give him a lot of confidence. You know, if you're a fighter, you know what Jeff's achieved in his life and what he's coming off through, you know, that health scare with the heart condition. To have him in your corner, giving those advice, he's got so many little things that he can just improve your footwork, your technique, and I'm expecting the best Jack Brubaker that I've ever seen. And look, 2 years ago, he lost to Chris George the Commonwealth welterweight title. I thought he was winning, got stopped on a bad eye cut, even though I thought Jack was winning on the cards. And I think he's going to be better, and I think this is going to be a much harder fight than some people think.
So he's a brawler, is that right? Renowned brawler. So if he is that, how do you expect this to play out in terms of the styles of both boxers?
Tim's going to try and control the distance, use his jab, set up his big right hand and his left hook. Jack's going to try and outwork him. He'll try and win the rounds, bull him around. But Jeff's not an all, even though Jeff Fennick gets his guys to be aggressive and come forward and throw lots of punches, they're not silly. They still have good defence and good technique. And that's what we'll be looking for Jack to have. And I think he'll really try and impose his will, get in the middle of the ring there and get Tim on the back foot. And let's see how Tim handles it, because Tim is still a young novice. People forget that. They think he's Tim Tsz유's son. He's going to be this great world champion. He hasn't done that yet. So this is a true test to see how far Tim's gone.
And a bit of a stepping stone, right? Because how far away is he then from a world title shot after this?
Well, his name is opening doors for him already. Some of the promoters, I know Bob Arum, the Hall of Fame promoter in America, is talking about getting a fight for Tim over there, potentially next year for a world title fight. But in boxing, you must stay perfect all of the time. Yeah. Tim Tsz유's also been talking about possibly a fight with Jeff Horn next year, but hey, you've got to win the fight in front of you. Jeff Horn's going to be fighting Michael Zarafa in that must-win rematch. So, look, a win and he will go on to bigger fights on the world scene. A lose, he falls back into the pack.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty great matchup we can look forward to.